Hey y'all. Hey. I know it's been a long time. It's been so long. I got hair now. Like, I went from having no hair to a little bit of hair to I got hair. So much to catch up on. So much. The reason I am doing this video today, and more than likely this video will not be edited. It will not be chopped and cut. Even if I tell y'all, yeah, I'm gonna insert this in here later. I ain't. So y'all see I'm in the mansion. Still in the mansion. I had a rough day today. Rough day. Sometimes things some things have turned around and then some things have not. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about was my day. I actually made a video this morning about my day. It was raw and uncut and uncensored and unfiltered. And I was like, we ain't gonna post that. We ain't gonna post that. But I was having a rough day because it just seemed like everything was going wrong. Just like that noise that just happened. Yeah, anyway, I have my normal routine. I have a daily routine. I do the same things just about every day. One of those is I go to Starbucks and I get me hot water. Because especially when I don't feel like boiling hot water in the van, I'll go to Starbucks, get me some hot water, and I'll make myself some tea, right? I've been doing that lately for the past few weeks. No problems, except for today. Today, I go into a Starbucks that I've never gone into, but it's inside of a grocery store. Went inside that Starbucks today. I had my tea that I was actually purchasing because I ran out. She looked at my tea, looked at me, looked at her coworker, and said, "Are we able to do hot water?" The lady tells me they're having a cup shortage. No, they can't. They're not passing out any water. Okay. So then I still have my box of tea in my hand. I'm waiting for the lady who, yes, I am at Starbucks, to ring me up because I am also inside of a grocery store. I've done this countless times, where I'll bring an item that's not a Starbucks item and have it checked out. Typically when I'm purchasing a Starbucks item, but nonetheless, when it's not a Starbucks item, she didn't wanna scan it. Okay, all right. So then I go to 7-Eleven. To get some hot water. Now, I assumed that 7-Eleven was going to charge me. Like, I expected that, right? No free water like Starbucks. Cool. But I'm expecting to pay 50 cents for the cup or maybe even $1. I get to the register. She rings me up for $2.19. Ma'am, I even walked up there because I didn't want it to be a discrepancy. I walked up, popped my lid off, showed her, it's just water. $2.19. Ma'am, I can buy a whole gallon of water for less than $2.19. Are you crazy? So I left the water. Now 2 cups is wasted and ain't no money for it. Boom, right? That was that. Went to a Starbucks that I normally go to inside of another grocery store. Got my hot water. Everything was fine. Fast forward. I was having a rough day still. And went to the gym. Been trying to do my New Year's resolution. I've been going to the gym at least 3 times a week. That's the goal. It's supposed to be Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, but sometimes I mess up the days. As long as I go 3 times a week. Cool. So went to the gym, worked out, showered. That was great. I come back from the gym. I'm like, okay, I got some time to kill. Because one of the good things, I host an open mic regularly here in LA. I host an open mic. It's a small venue, but I love it. It's like my home. So I had a few minutes to spare. That's why I'm able to do this video. So I had a few moments to spare. And then I noticed like a group of people. I seen, it was 4 of them actually. It was 2 Hispanics and 2 Hispanic males, and then 2 black folks, a black woman and a black man. I seen one guy, he nodded, I waved, hello. Well, then I see the young black woman, and I'm parked in a rental, because I do Uber. I am parked in a rental right directly in behind my van. So I see that they're taking pictures. She's taking pictures of the van. Okay, so I don't like that. So I rolled down the window. I said, excuse me, what are you taking pictures of? She said, well, just trying to see if we can find her some help and maybe offer her some resources, such and such and such and such. So I'm like, well, I'm the her. And it was interesting because, like, how did they know it was a her's van, right? How did they know that it was a her who owned the van? So I was like, I'm the her. She was like, oh, well, we received an email that mentioned that you would possibly be interested in maybe getting resources, maybe finding a safe place to park. What they say, a safe place to park, maybe even one of the tiny homes. I'm thinking, this is a tiny home. This is my tiny home. And different things like that. And I had to let her know. I'm like, oh, okay, that's really cool. I'm not interested. Now, I'm going to let y'all know. I feel safer parked on the street where there's nobody else like me around. And when I say like me, meaning other people living in their van, RV, car, I feel more comfortable in like a neighborhood, a grocery store, whatever. Now, I found a neighborhood. Now, honestly, maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to get to know my neighbors. Maybe I need to get to know my neighbors because they clearly know me. And maybe I just need to, introduce myself because I've been living over here for at least 7 months. So she was like, would you like to see the email? Looked at the email. The email stated, there's a van. It described my van. And then it described me, a heavyset black woman in her 30s and 40s. First of all, I can do the 30s, but let it be known I'm barely in my 30s. Okay, I don't even understand 30s like that because I'm just now getting into the 30s. I'm 32, just getting in here. And then to 40s, where? So I was more offended by she looks between her 30s and 40s. Who? I thought I was giving a hot 20. I was thinking I was giving a hot 23. I was thinking I was giving a hot 23. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, no, thank you. I'm really not interested in I'm really not interested because I feel safer not being amongst other people who live in their vehicles because I don't spend all day in here. So I don't want somebody who spends all day in their vehicle being able to eyeball my stuff. That don't sit well with me. But anyway, the email was pleasant because I said, well, what is it, a complaint? Because one thing about me is I keep to myself. Now, even when I have company over, I'll have friends that'll slide through, pull up over here or whatever. We in the mansion, we're not hanging out. I don't leave trash. I keep to myself. I just want to park my vehicle, my mansion, big baby, my crib, and I just want to be left alone. That's it. I just like to be left alone, and I don't bother anybody. I'm pleasant when I do see people out walking their dogs or whatever. I'll say, hey, I honestly like to come out when I don't see people anyway, because I would rather people not see me. And I will also I'm like weird when it comes to people, honestly. But anyways, and I was like, well, what if I'm not interested in the assistance? She was like, that's fine. It was just a program that we offer. It's called Urban Alchemy. That's what it's called. Never heard of it. I had to Google it after this. And it might be a really nice program, but it's not a program for me. Now, I did ask now if you can help get some of these parking tickets situated. Now you're talking. You get some of these parking tickets gone, you are talking, girlfriend. But anyway, so here I am in the mansion thinking, now I feel like I gotta move. I'm feeling like I gotta move because even though it wasn't a complaint, and they were clearly trying to help, because I read the email myself with my own 2 eyes, it still seemed like, okay, like maybe I'm taking up the parking spot. I don't know. It's plenty of, it ain't plenty of parking, but it's enough parking. Get it how you live. But I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. You know, I keep Big Baby locked up and secured, but just certain things just don't sit well with your girl. So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to decide if we're going to move back to our old neighborhood, which our old neighborhood is, that was a more quiet area, and I don't have to worry about street sweeping. I don't have to worry about moving my van. Even though I did have somebody try to come at me about staying over there, but mind your business. That's just how I feel. I just feel like everybody needs to mind the business that pays them. And I know minding mine ain't paying you nothing. Minding my business ain't paying you nothing, because it ain't paying me. It ain't paying me. But that was the quick update. I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna cut this video off. I'm just gonna cut it off. I'm just cutting it right here, and I'm just about to upload it. It ain't nothing fun. It ain't nothing exciting. It ain't nothing brand spanking new. I just needed to post something. And I told myself I needed to post something by the end of this month in 2022. I need to make sure I post something. So, with that being said, here it is. Cut.